Join us for a review of the Bmw X4 M competition. Let's go. Now to the front. Well, starting with the X line, with the normal Bmw X4, we get LED as standard headlamps then, and optional adaptive LED lights. This is the highest option then. Beautiful daytime running light signature then in this case also. The X4M has this bigger front double kidney, also with the dark or black design and with the vertical fins right there, X4M badge. 4.76 m, 15'6" or 187 inches is the length of the Bmw X4, and usually it comes then starting with 18-inch wheels, but here the X4M competition would go up to 21-inch wheels. However, today we have 20-inch wheels with winter tires mounted, therefore the tires look a little bit bigger also. Let's see also what that changes in the driving behavior. The new generation of the Bmw X4 comes here with these new horizontal tail lamps, and I think they're really more modern and more beautiful. Overall, the rear is a little bit sleeker than. But then again, the X4M competition adds here this black rear wing, together with a massive diffuser in the lower part, honeycomb structure right here, and then the sports exhaust. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think about the sound you heard so far? So what we have here today is the X4M competition, 3-liter inline 6-cylinder, 510 horsepower, 4.1 seconds is the acceleration figure, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour or 62 miles an hour. Wow, that's of course pretty impressive. The non-competition model is at 480 horsepower, 0.1 seconds slower, if you can say so. Now let's take a look at the interior. Here carbon fiber inserts for this M competition model, very beautiful. And also other than that, instead of the doors, soft touch, everything from a great quality. Here you also get these M competition entry badges. Then steering wheel with the distinct M mode buttons. You can program them what they are supposed to do actually to give the car a little bit sportier touch. And then that left side here for the cruise control, right side to start the voice recognition system or for the volume, for example. Then the X4M only comes with animal skin seats. You can see these sport seats here, they look amazing, really cool as for the form. And here also with the M competition you get these illuminated badges inside. Well, for the base X4 you also get more sustainable or animal-friendly materials. In Europe, for example, fabric and the fabric mixed seat, and especially in the US you get the SensorTech in black and beige. So especially for the sportiest versions I would have wished some microfiber or fabric seat mix, because then you don't slide on them too much also while driving sporty. Now getting inside, of course, as always with a shoe tap, get the interior clean. Well, here the seating position is upright, as you know from an SUV. But it's a little bit sportier if you have compared to the X3, because the A-pillar is flatter here. But if I put the seat in the lowest position with 1.86 or 6'1", there's still enough headroom left, plenty of. Now to the interior, soft touch material here on the dashboard, beautiful. Then you have the carbon fiber inserts here for the sporty models. It's also really cool. You still have a separate climate unit with this turning knobs, and I really like to have that. As a steering wheel, we have these M buttons right there. You can set them as separate customizable hotkeys. You have shifting pedals here, which feel quite good, and then the digital instruments. They are, let's say, half digital, half analog, because the outside parts there, the aluminum, let's say, rings, they are analog, but on the inside it's all digital. And then we can also rev it up, for example, here. Yeah, here we go. Rather a classic style, but I somehow like it. And when you turn them off, it looks like this. And when I then open the door as well, then you can see that they actually disappear. And here you can see how you can configure your M settings, for example, right there, what you want to have it as for the M1 button. As for the rear, there's also soft touch at the rear inside of the doors, so that's good quality-wise. These sport seats here are quite voluminous, therefore they don't also leave too much legroom. Here, you see, it's still okay for 4 tall adults, no problem, but not more. Well, you flip the logo here to open it, 525 to 1,430 liters. So that's a little bit less in liter figure than with the BMW X3, but just a little bit. Welcome, my friends, to the BMW X4 M, Thomas's active driving lounge. We'll pull it here with the first M button, everything in the sports gauges. I'll reduce the speed a little bit for you that you can get more of this acceleration. We start at about 50 kilometers an hour, so like at 25 miles something, and let's accelerate out. Plop, that's 200 kilometers an hour or 125 miles. Very impressive. Very even acceleration from this all-wheel drive. Wow. Smooth but yet very powerful. Nice engine sound. This 3-liter 6-cylinder engine is superb. Not only in the M version here, but also in the normal base versions. What a great engine. And here, of course, delivering even more performance, being tuned from this software. But it can also be quite efficient as well. More to that later. Wow. And car is still very stable here. Of course, not as stable as a sedan or something would be. So here I have to fight it a little bit. Here we go. And also with winter tires, So when you're driving these high speeds with winter tires in an SUV, you maybe saw also that the car was, moving just a little bit more as a sedan would do with especially with summer tires. So of course, always pay attention to that. So you can always go back to the comfort mode again. Then a little bit easier to roll here just, but wait a minute, that's a tunnel. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I really love electric vehicles. I have no problem when the car does not have any sound, but I mean, when we have a sound here now, why not listen to it? Well, and here we go. Whoa. Now we hit high speeds. Yeah, you feel the winter tires definitely. They're swinging a little bit too much. And again, the winter tires are also not laid out to have like these high speeds. And you do realize it's an SUV. So yeah, I mean, it's impressive how sport they could get it. But then again, at some point, you can't also deny the genes for that. So a true sports car would be a little bit calmer than here in this high-speed corner, definitely. But still a lot of sporty fun you're having here. And now to the conclusion for today with the BMW X4 in general, and here especially the BMW X4 M. Well, this new generation here has massively stepped up the game into the interior build quality. That's the most significant change when you compare previous and the new generation. The exterior is a little bit more modern, and especially the rear has a better design now. I think it looks a little bit sleeker than before. Well, the offering of space on the interior is not the best, but somehow also okay. Again, the interior build quality is good. Sadly, they do not offer any animal skin alternative for the M version, but in the normal versions, there are European market either fabric seats, and on the US market also Sensatec seats available, which are more sustainable then. Well, and then the X4M here today, really sporty of course. The 3-liter 6-cylinder is a great engine. It can be driven, as I said earlier, also in a way, in an economical fashion. But then, of course, a sportier tune here today. So impressive what they could do with an SUV. But then again, it's still a higher SUV than a sedan, and especially when you drive it with winter tires, it's, in comparison, a little bit more swimming like the sedan on the road, but still pretty cool how sporty you can drive, even though you are in this mid-size SUV. What do you think about the X4 in general, and especially to the X4 M? Please leave us your comments and see also at other X4 and X3 reviews. We'll link these down in the video description and also to some of the competitors. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys.